Gentlemen, those seeking the answers of life.
Hey there, it's Tangie.
And I'm Tiffany.
And it's time to Ask God. We know you have been wondering what this whole Ask God thing is about, and we decided to dedicate our first video recording to answering that question.
Yes, we know that many of you have some really deep-hearted questions for God. Things like, why do bad things happen to good people? What's up with this whole death thing? What is my purpose in life? What about my kids? Why aren't they growing up the way that I was expecting them to?
Yeah. And so we have dedicated and designed this program to answer those questions, to talk about those tough things, and to have subjects that are really, really going to touch and move the heart, move the mind, and move the spirit.
Yes.
Many of you may be familiar with our organization, and some of you may not be. Ladies in Full Effect. Our organization is a community outreach, enrichment, and mentoring program. The outreach part is a very, very intricate part of our program. This is where we reach out to people and we share. And this Ask God series is just that. In my personal experience, I've had several questions that I wanted to ask God and that I did ask God. Sometimes it was, God, are you real? Is your son real? Is this whole thing about salvation the way that I should live my life? I've asked those questions.
Mm-hmm. And I have too. I've been that person that's like, why me, God? Why do I have to go through all of these things? Why does it seem like it's always me, 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 me? And you know, the reason, a lot of it was because I wasn't realizing that he was calling me. By education, my sister was a counselor, and by calling, I'm a counselor. And I had many people saying, well, maybe God is calling you to be a counselor. And I'm like, well, why can't I go to school like everybody else and I have to go through this? Well, what I didn't understand was that he had a different plan for my life, you know, and so the only way that I came to that conclusion was I had to ask God.
Interesting.
So some of our topics will be about truth,
love,
light,
life.
These are the things that represent Christ. Things like identity.
Things like purity.
Things like the armor of God.
How to study the Bible.
Salvation.
What do I do with this wayward child?
And we welcome your feedback. Please let us know how we're doing. Let us know on Facebook.
Let us know on Instagram,
Twitter,
YouTube,
email,
blogging,
text messaging.
Just call me if you got my number.
Call me if you really need to talk, baby.
Hey. All right. So no matter what it is, give us a shout. We'll talk about it. We may have some special guests on here that also talk about and share their topics. We are really, really looking forward to this new series and looking forward to sharing. Okay. All right. Okay. Ready? All right. Ladies in full effect. Ladies in full effect. Ladies in full effect. Ladies in full effect. All right. Thank you for joining us for our very first session of Ask God. I'm Tangie.
And I'm Tiffany.
And remember, let's get this thing called life together. Ladies in full effect. Ladies in full effect. Ladies in full effect.
What kind of guy would take some dudes and hand them eternal life for free? Through the grace that he grants them by faith, we've been changed. Used to roll as his foes, but he rose and he chose. Now we clothed in his clothes. It's kinda crazy. We out had ambitions of getting dough. He changed our character like an actor who's switching roles. This is the testify about the God that we living for. And I'm just hoping this album will help you get to know